Hey everybody, this is John. Today I'm bringing you a review of the Tamrac Apache 4 camera bag. The Apache series is a new series for Tamrac, and as you can see, it's kind of a more discreet style messenger bag. It'll hold a camera, a couple lenses, and your laptop. This is the Apache 4, and it sits in the middle of the range. There's the Apache 2, Apache 4, and the Apache 6. The 2 being the smallest and the 6 being the largest. You can kind of get an idea of the size just by looking at it. And if you check out the website, they'll give you the dimensions for the 3 different bags in that series. But this one has an interior dimension of 10 inches wide, 5 inches deep, and then about 8 inches tall. So I'll go over some of the exterior features, and then we'll take a closer look at what it's like inside. Okay, now we'll take a look at the outside of this bag. The outer material is sailcloth, which is a really soft cotton, and it's been treated so that it's weather resistant. And the bottom is a material called Hypotex, which feels like a really grippy vinyl. And that's designed so that it's moisture and abrasion resistant. And also, if you set it down on an uneven surface, it's not going to slide around on you. Looking at the sides, there are 2 expandable side pockets. And these get pretty big, and what I like about these is they're actually big enough to put a water bottle in without having to really stretch the pocket out. Some bags have a water bottle compartment that's barely big enough, for a normal sized water bottle. And then I also like that they're elastic, so they compress back down and they don't add any bulk when you're not using them. And you've got another one of those pockets on the other side. And then just above the side pockets, you have these cinch straps. I haven't used these, but basically what they're for is to kind of cinch down the bag, up on the top edges. And there's one on the other side as well. I've got a carry handle on top. And then you've got a nice long strap. I find that this is long enough. I'm about 6 foot tall, and I can wear it either on my shoulder or I can wear it across my chest like you would with a messenger bag. And it's got plenty of length for that. It's got a nice, well-padded shoulder pad, which also has grippy material on the bottom so it doesn't slide around on your shoulder. And then on the back here, this is something that's pretty cool. A lot of bags have a sleeve or a piece of fabric that's on the back that's designed to fit over the handle of a piece of luggage. And rather than just having that piece of fabric, what Tamrac's done is they put 2 zippers on. So if you want to slide it over your luggage, you can pass it through. But if you think about it, your bag is only on your luggage when you're traveling, but most of the time you're just carrying your bag on you. And if that's the case, you can shut the bottom zipper and just use it as a pocket. Now, one thing that I would have kind of liked to see is with this bottom zipper, it'd be nice if they had a little piece of Velcro or something, just some way of securing this, because when this bag is rubbing up against your body as you're walking, it's possible for the zipper to start to come undone. So if you're going to use it, I wouldn't put anything small or really valuable in here, but if you just have maps or some papers or things like that, then you can put those in there. And on the front, you also get another pocket. There's plenty of space and plenty of pockets on this thing. This pocket takes up the whole front flap. And then getting into the main compartment of the bag, there's a single buckle, and then there's also a Velcro closure. And what Tamrac's done, and what some other camera bag companies are doing, is they've used basically a silent Velcro system. Rather, you can silence the Velcro if you don't want to use it. So the way that I use the bag normally, I don't want to make a lot of noise when I'm opening and closing this. So you can fold the Velcro straps. This is the Velcro that would attach to the bottom. And if you have it like this, then the Velcro is exposed and it'll stick. But if you don't want to make that noise, then you can fold this piece back up, close that, and then now you don't get any noise. And one other point about this top piece here that I really like. I like it's articulated well so that it shuts. And if I'm using the bag and putting the camera in and out, I don't even feel a need to buckle it. This top flap has enough weight and it shuts really well. But then when I want to get access to the bag, this just folds back really nicely and it stays open. And even when this is up against your body, you can still have kind of unobstructed access to what's inside. Inside you also have a business card slot, or if you want to put in like an ID card in case the bag is lost. And then diving into the front pocket, there's another zipper pouch that's inside of this front pocket, and this covers basically the full space of this front flap here. Then you've got two mesh Velcro pockets. I keep SD cards in this one, nothing in that one at the moment. And then you've got two pretty good sized pockets here, and it's big enough. I keep a polarizer filter in there, and then I keep my wireless shutter release. Keep that system in here, and you've got two two pen pockets, and so I keep a lens pen in there, and then just a normal ballpoint pen. So plenty of storage space. Everything is nicely accessible, but it's not like there are so many pockets that it actually becomes difficult to use or difficult to find anything. I think it's really well organized. Okay, taking a look at the inside of the bag, you can see there are three main compartments in there right now. You get two tall dividers, and then Tamrac also provides two additional small dividers. So you can really set this up how you'd like, but I think it's really ideal for a DSLR or mirrorless camera and a couple lenses, or if you're carrying less lenses, then maybe flash or some other bigger accessories. And the camera that I use is a Lumix G6, which is about the same size as a Rebel or like a D5300 from Nikon. And this will fit larger cameras as well. But I think especially for a mirrorless system, any of these compact system cameras, this is a great bag because it's small, it's discreet, and it lets you carry a really comprehensive setup. So again, looking inside, there's these the three compartments that I have set up, and there's also a pouch for a tablet, and that'll fit a full-size iPad. And the way that I use this, I have my 100 to 300, and I like having the lens hoods forward just because it's one less step for me when I take the lens out and I put it on the camera. But you could even carry a larger lens, if you wanted to take the lens hood off and invert it. But even with the lens hood on, and this is a large lens for the Micro Four Thirds system. This is a 35 millimeter equivalent of a 200 to 600. And this just drops right in to that main compartment. You can see it fits in there easily. Like I said, this bag is about 7.5 inches tall on the inside, so you can measure your lenses and see how they'll fit. And then over on the far right side, this is the 45 to 150, which would be a 90 to 300 in 35 millimeter equivalent. Again with the lens hood on, and that just drops right in there, and you can see there's plenty of space. And then the camera body itself, I just put in with the lens and the lens hood on, and it just fits right in that middle compartment. So everything is very accessible. I like this style of bag because when I'm wearing it, it's easy for me to take the camera out, and I have this open space where when I'm changing lenses, I can throw the lens caps in there, I can change lenses quickly and easily, and I don't have to fumble with a lot of stuff in my hands or put stuff on the ground. It's just a very secure way of being able to manage my camera equipment. And like I said, this bag is great with a DSLR. It'll fit even a much larger camera than this. But for these mirrorless cameras, this is a system that goes from a 28 to 600 millimeter equivalent with these three lenses, and it fits all in this nice small package. So all in all, I think it's a great bag. It's a great value. you're seeing a lot of the features that you get from some of the more kind of specialty boutique camera bag companies, but at a much better price. So I highly recommend it. Definitely check it out. You can find it online. And check out Tamrac's website to check out this series. You know, maybe one of the other bags in the series would better suit your needs, either the 2 or the 6. And then check out their other bags. They got a lot of great stuff. Thanks.